What's up, everyone, and welcome to Sunday with Olar86. Holy shit, 86 weeks? Dude, I remember when I made the absolute first Sunday with Ola, and I started doing the riffing in every intro. I started doing songs and all of that. That was a good turning point for me, because at that time, well, it was like 2 years ago, maybe? That was a really good turning point for me, because I hadn't written anything in like a full year. There was nothing with The Haunted. I just released, an album, and I hadn't written anything, basically. And I felt that, man, I need to get a routine going for writing something. So, that's how I started incorporating the Sunday with Ola Riff Challenge. I wanted to push myself to write something every week. So here we are at Sunday with Ola86, and shit, man, we come a long way. And look at that jib. In the last Sunday with Ola, do you remember that? When I had some problems with that moving thing that moves this camera over there. After I released that video, the brand that makes these jibs, they sent an email and writing how I should fix it. So there it is, it's fixed. Is it fixed? It is a little janky. No, okay, there it is. Look at that. See? How smooth is that? Hey, what's up? I think it's pretty amazing that a company that are creating these technological things for cameras and shit, they just sent me an email because they saw my video of me cursing at the thing, How awesome is that? Thank you. Also, something I realized recently is that I've been pushing my stuff and my merch way too hard. I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna shut up about my merch, okay? So let's just head on to the news. All right, first we need to talk about James Hetfield. And also, I have to say I'm sorry for calling him James Hetfield. That's not his name, but sometimes I'm saying James Hetfield. That's not his name. I'm sorry, guys, it's Hetfield. All right, but sometimes, I'm a Swede. English is not my first language, okay? So it's James Hetfield, not Hatfield. Anyways, there was a really wholesome moment during a show, one of the Metallica shows, where James Hetfield gets emotional on stage, talking about anxiety and feeling like he can't play anymore. So James, before a gig, he felt really shitty. And he felt like, how am I supposed to be able to play all this stuff, man? Because Metallica, it's not easy stuff, and James Hetfield, he's getting old, so he's feeling anxiety about it, which makes sense. For sure. What happened? What's the problem? It's loading the video. It can play the video. See? What's the problem? While I'm restarting my computer and trying to figure out this small little technical error that I have right here, tonight I'm going to watch Dream Theater and Devin Townsend. I'm fucking excited as hell. Me and Louise are going in a couple of hours to drive down to Partille outside of Gothenburg to watch Dream Theater and Devin. It's gonna be amazing. Looking forward to it. All my fucking flikar are gone. Yeah! When I prepare for the news, I do all of these tabs, right, with all the news, and then I shut down Safari, and now they're gone. Fucking hell, what a good start of the day. Back on track. I've got to tell you, I wasn't feeling very good before I came out here. I was feeling a little bit insecure, like I'm an old guy. I can't play anymore. All this bullshit that I tell myself in my head, explained the singer. So I talked to these guys, and they helped me. As simple as that. They gave me a hug and said, hey, if you're struggling on stage, we got your back. And I tell you, that means the world to me. Can we have that video right here? It's pretty wholesome. The guys are running up. Look at this. Gives him a big hug on stage. That's cool, man. These are one of the biggest bands in the world right now, but obviously they also suffer from anxiety and sometimes depression and things that you're not seeing on stage. A lot of artists have a lot on their shoulders, and they keep it in because they need to perform. They have to be, people have expectations of them. Just saying, sometimes you just have to kick back and be like, hey man, I'm not feeling okay. Also, I'm drawing parallels, obviously, to Trevor of Black Dahlia Murder that passed away last week. Just saying that talking about it is very important, okay? Good. Also, remember that Metallica Baby? That Metallica Baby. Well, James Hetfield, not Hatfield, called the mother. I cry. Oh, that's fucking adorable right there, holy shit. So yeah, there was a baby being born. There was a baby being born at a fucking Metallica concert during Enter Sandman. It's fucking weird news, man. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, Apple has finally announced, I'm sorry, it's just, you know, a baby was born on a Metallica show. Apple has finally discontinued the iPod after nearly 21 years. iPod was released October 23, 2001, and now Apple has announced they've discontinued the final iteration of the iconic music player, the 7th generation iPod Touch. And now this hits really close to home because I was an avid iPod user. I had the iPod, one of the first iPods. It was a brick, basically. It was a big ass brick. But I fit all my legally downloaded music on this little iPod right there, and it was just a great era, man. You had all your music in a touch. No bullshit, no social media, just music on a thing that was really easy to navigate. How about that? I mean, isn't there still a good market for a product like this? I don't know. You know, I was bringing my iPod everywhere, man. I had it in my pocket, listening to it with headphones, and I brought it in my car, put it in the car. If I went to a friend's place, you know, you plug that shit in and you put on shuffle, and you had a great time. Holy shit, man. iPod was epic back in the day. Just saying. Sad to see it go, but obviously we have these now, which is basically like an iPod with a bunch of other shitty features that ruins our lives. You know, social media and Facebook and all that bullshit that we don't need. Alright, so Dream Theater streams Falling Into Infinity, outtakes and demos featuring original Metropolis Part 2 songs. So this is an album that's getting a lot of hate from Dream Theater fans. Well, not hate, I would say, but it's a weird album because it seemed that the record label asked for more catchy and radio-friendly songs from Dream Theater, and this made a really weird, different Dream Theater album that, in my opinion, didn't turn out very radio-friendly. But I mean, I think if that's what Dream Theater refers to radio-friendly, then I'm okay with that, because Falling Into Infinity is one of my favorite Dream Theater albums, and it has some of my favorite Dream Theater songs, like Trial of Tears and Hell's Kitchen and all that. Well, now they're releasing the outtakes from that album, and they basically wrote a double album, and they wrote Metropolis 2 in conjunction, or they used the ideas that didn't get through on Falling Into Infinity and made Scenes from Memory 2, which is also an epic album. This album is available on streaming services. It contains songs like Raise the Knife, which is a song they played live, but it wasn't really officially released, you know? And you know, these are demos, and as always with Dream Theater, listening to the demos it's a completely different experience. It's like, you know, it's a band that knows exactly what they're doing on their instruments. Their demos are not shit. You know, if I make a demo, it's shit. When Dream Theater makes a demo, it's fucking album worthy. Just say. So this is really making me happy. This is a Dream Theater era I'm very fond of, and you know, it's a good listen. Okay. Also, I'm going to watch Dream Theater tonight with Louise, my wife. Yes, I'm not getting cock blocked today. Hello. That's good. All right, I'm at Guitar World Magazine right now, and talking about Paul Gilbert's Hot Pink 1987 Ibanez Ice Stroyer guitar has been put back up for sale on Reverb. The one-of-a-kind autographed Destroyer Iceman Hybrid has been listed for $18.5 grand. Shit. As some readers might recall, this very same guitar was sold by Gilbert himself for $16,000 on Reverb to benefit his former Razor X bandmate Johan Alderti, who was recovering from a serious brain injury. When I see this figure, this is in Swedish Drakner, by the way, Swedish crowns, 195,888.03 Swedish Drakners. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. But I mean, initially it was sold for a good cause, and I appreciate that. Now the guy, you know, maybe wants his investment back, and that's understandable. Do you have this amount of money and you're a fan of Paul Gilbert, Razor X? I guess it's a done deal, man. And look at the hair. Oh my god, it's amazing shit. Well, dude, this is a lost era, man. Look at these. man. Can't we just bring this back? I mean, we have like The Weeknd and, you know, the 80s style music coming back. Can't we bring the hairstyle back too? I mean, look at this. What if I sported this haircut tomorrow? Also, for new music, Soilwork has announced a new album and a new single called Övergivenheten. It's a very strange word I've never heard before in Swedish. It's a weird word put together in a weird way. You're saying Övergivenheten, which basically means the abandonment. And the song is kick-ass, obviously. It's Soilwork, man. It's like, you know, one of the Swedish, you know, gems, I would say, of melodic death metal. The album is out 19th of August, and also this song is featured on my Olar Englund Spotify list. Go like that list, man. I'm updating and uploading songs on there that I'm currently listening to. You can be there and check out what I'm listening to. I'll put a link up there, okay? You can listen to what I'm listening to. But that, my friends, was the news. Adventures with Ola and Louise. Hello. We're driving down to Partille outside Gothenburg to go check out Dream Theater and Devin Townsend today. They're playing, man. So it's Tuesday. We're in the car. It's like 5-hour drive. What?
Yeah.
No shit. 5 hours is a long time for Swedes. Just saying. I know that you guys in the US, you can go for like 12 hours and you're like, oh, I'm just going to see a show. It's just 12 hours away. That's fine. But it's just not as simple for us, man. But yeah, we're on our way. We're excited. Very excited. I emailed John Petrucci before to see if he could meet and just say hi to me and Louise. Unfortunately, they have very strict rules about not meeting anyone before or after the show. They have this little bubble. That's understandable. Obviously very unfortunate because I want to say hi, but I completely understand that. However, I was kind of hoping of John signing my Ball JP15 guitar. So I'm hoping for the best. I haven't got a response from it yet, but maybe, man. I'm hoping for the best. All right, so I have good news and I have bad news. What do you want to hear first?
The bad news.
The bad news is that they didn't have the raspberry licorice that you wanted.
Aww.
But the good news is that you got your own chocolate shake instead.
Okay.
If that's okay. So there you go. And I got coffee. And these milkshakes. These milkshakes are incredibly tasty. Just saying. So if you ever want to have a milkshake in Sweden, go to Mags. 800 calories. We gotta need it sometimes, you know. I got an email response back from John Petrucci, and he's arranged so I can have the guitar signed. His tour manager is gonna fix it for me. Gave me the tour manager's cell phone number, but it also seems that John gave me his personal phone number. Ooh, holy shit. I'm gonna call every day. That was a mistake, John. Just saying, that was a complete mistake. No, obviously I'm not gonna call him. But that was nice. That was real nice. I'm excited. I'm gonna get my JP15 signed.
Den syns inte bakom träden.
You can zoom in. There's a castle.
Jag vet inte om man zoomar. Nej.
Wow. The gimbal queen. Wow, so good.
Whatever.
You know what's better than knowledge? Lamborghinis, man. Look at this. All right, so John and the band were sound checking right now, but their TM came out to pick up my guitar. He took the guitar, took the pen. We'll be back to pick up the guitar in half an hour. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited. Luis is also really excited. Where's the camera? All right, so I got the guitar back. I haven't checked or looked at it yet, but we will later. And also, Louise, the paparazzi, almost took out her camera like a freak and tried to film James LaBrie when he was going into the backstage area.
Instead, I got eye contact with him.
Oh,
So
that's awkward. That's awkward as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Beautiful. Damn, that's awesome. May 18th. It's May the 17th today, man. But that's okay. Thank you, Joe. All right, I'm sitting here with Steven of Devin Townsend.
Hello.
Steven is a solo artist, plays solo guitars live, so extremely excited about tonight. This is Louis' face right there. I'm sorry. Now we're just sharing a pissy non-alcoholic beer for the show, and you're playing in like 10 minutes or something.
I haven't even looked at the time. Should probably do that.
Hello.
Hola! 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 So we entangle the grey bears. Are you?
No. Blonde beard.
Yeah.
Blonde beard.
So young. So young.
I want to see a circle pit. No, I don't at all, actually. Quadrahedron or some sort of odd, irregular shape that has one of those pointy things that goes off to the side, but then be careful with it. All right. In lieu of anything intelligent, here's a song about my nuts.
All right, it's the morning after. Where's my face? There it is. Hello. It's the morning after. We're at the hotel. Dream Fair was obviously amazing yesterday, and Devin was also amazing. And I'm just checking that I still have my guitar. Is the signature still there? Look at that. That's so cool. Look at that. He definitely made my day with this. Really fucking cool, man. This is gonna go up on the wall. I'm stoked, man. Question of the day. Today I'm receiving a question from Commander Isaiah. Wow, your guitar sounds so much more brutal and heavier than mine. I recently bought the same pedal, but I still haven't been able to replicate that brutal heavy sound you displayed. Do you know why that is? Thanks in advance. This was a comment or question on my Woolachuk Boss Turbo Distortion DS2 video. Even though this is a very specific question towards this video, I think it's a very good question because I do demos of gear on my channel, and people hear whatever I'm demoing and it sounds good and whatnot, and then they purchase something and sometimes it doesn't really sound like it does on my video. And there's a lot of factors that go into this, like for instance, your guitar pickup. Basically, that's very important, obviously. And then what is the other type of gear that you have? Like in this case, he bought a Turbo Distortion DS2. What is he using it in? Is he using it in an amplifier, like a clean amplifier, or a metal amplifier? Is he using it into a power amp? What's the cabinet, for instance, and all that, and so on and so forth. So it's really tough to get an exact same tone as I am. Because you're also, I'm also miking up a cabinet. When you're sitting and playing, you have your ear up here, but a mic'd up cabinet, that's the microphone down here in front of the speaker. I promise you, if you put your ear at the exact same spot as you put the microphone on the speaker, it will sound pretty similar. Just saying that, it's just gonna be really, really loud. So please, don't do that. But there's more than that even. There's also the factor that people, guitar players, do sound different. Just their playing style and, you know, picking technique also, that matters a shit ton in regards of tone. There's a good example of this. If you go up and play like Slipknot's rig online, if you go up on stage and play his rig, Jim Root's rig for instance, using his same guitar, his same rig, everything, it will sound different. And then Jim Root picks it up and it sounds like Jim Root. It's because, you know, he has his own quirks, he has his picking technique and all that. Which is the same with me. I have my picking technique, I have my style of playing, and it gives away a sound that it's, you know, you hear on my channel. So sometimes when people pick up a piece of gear, they get disappointed because it doesn't sound like when I'm playing it, and or maybe it even sounds better at some cases. You know, sometimes I have a piece of gear that doesn't sound good, but in another guy's hands it sounds amazing. I mean, that's just how gear is and how tone works. If you have a problem getting a Boss Turbo Distortion to sound bad, because I think this is an excellent, simple pedal, you have to also bring in other things into the equation. What are you playing through? What guitar do you have? Even if you had like a Solar guitar, which I'm using in the video, I think it's with Fishman pickups, it would probably sound different, man, because it's not me playing the guitar. And that sounds very narcissistic right there, because it's not me playing the guitar. That's not what I meant. It's, you know, you have your tone that you need to develop. Also, another thing, man, that I always forgot about talking about, but that's just also how hard do you fucking pick the strings. A lot of people, they go too soft on the strings, and that just doesn't cut it, man. You have to, you know, for metal at least, you have to fucking chug away. You have to dig in that guitar pick, man. You have to get force into it to get that. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. Thank you. And that, my good friends, was Sunday with Olar86 for you right there. Don't forget my Spotify playing list up there. And I'm not going to talk about the merch, okay? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. The Sunday with Olar RIff Challenge. Damn, man. This past week's live stream was amazing. And there's more contenders than ever on the Sunday with Olar RIff Challenge. I like where this is going, guys. Please keep on doing the Sunday with Olar RIff Challenge. You can download the drums in the description of this video and make your own riffs, upload to YouTube, and I'll check you guys out in the Sunday with Olar Contenders live stream on my second channel, okay? Guys, hope you have an excellent Sunday. I'll see you, okay? Thank you.